guys, EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my Blu-ray DVD collection for 2020 and Thrillers Part 1. So let's get started. So up first we have The Accountant from 2016. Yeah, good thriller with Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, John Bernthal, Jeffrey Tambor, John Lithgow. Up next we have Air Force One from 1997. Yeah, great film with Harrison Ford as the president. Gary Oldman. Film directed by Wolfgang Peterson. Up next we have The American from 2010 with George Clooney. Yeah, good film. Very sexy in parts from what I remember. Up next we have Arlington Road from 1999, really underrated flick actually with Jeff Bridges and Tim Robbins. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Up next we have Bad Day at Black Rock from 1955 with Spencer Tracy and Robert Ryan. Up next we have Basic Instinct, absolute classic, Ultimate Edition. Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone, of course, underrated director's cut. Up next we have Darren Aronofsky's Black Swan from 2010, Natalie Portman, Vincent Cassel, Mila Kunis. Yeah, fantastic film. Really enjoy Natalie Portman's performance in that. Up next we have Blood Simple from 1984, yeah, early Coen Brothers classic with John Getz and Frances McDormand, Dan Hedaya, fantastic film. Up next we have Body Heat Deluxe Edition, yeah, with William Hurt and Kathleen Turner from 1981. Up next we have Bound from 1996. Love this film with Jennifer Tilly and Gina Gershon, Joe Pantoliano. Fantastic movie, Bound. Up next we have Buried on Blu-ray from 2010. Yeah, good little thriller with Ryan Reynolds. Liked it a lot when I initially saw it. Up next we have Cape Fear, the original Cape Fear from 1962 with Gregory Peck. Great performance by Robert Mitchum and Polly Bergen. And I also got the 1991 Cape Fear, of course, directed by Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange. Fantastic performance by Juliette Lewis as well. Up next we have Cellular, yeah, good little thriller with Kim Basinger and Chris Evans, Jason Statham, William H. Macy from 2004, I believe. Up next we have Changing Lanes from 2002, yeah, good film with Ben Affleck and Samuel L. Jackson when road rage goes out of control, basically. Up next we have The Company You Keep, yeah, film directed by Robert Redford, who also stars in the movie, Shia LaBeouf, Sam Elliott, Brendan Gleeson, Terrence Howard, Richard Jenkins, Anna Kendrick, Stanley Tucci, Nick Nolte, Susan Sarandon, yeah, from 2013, good film. Up next we have The Commuter from 2018 with Liam Neeson, just another one of these Liam Neeson thrillers. He's done like half a dozen at least in the last decade or so. Up next we have The Constant Gardener from 2005, really good film with Ralph Fiennes and Rachel Weisz. Won her Best Supporting Actress Oscar for this film, really good. Up next we have Contagion, the It film of 2020, that's for sure, but a terrific film by, I believe it's Steven Soderbergh. Yeah, Kate Winslet, Marion Cotillard, Matt Damon, Lawrence Fishburne, Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow. Really good. I haven't rewatched it this year. I know a lot of people did, but I was thinking about doing it. I rewatched Outbreak at the initial start of the quarantine. Up next, we have The Conversation from 1974. Fantastic film starring Gene Hackman. Enemy of the State is sort of a quasi-sequel to The Conversation. Alright, up next we have The Crimson Rivers, really good French thriller with Jean Reno and Vincent Cassel. Special edition from, I believe this was like 2001, something like that. Filmed by Matthew Kassovitz. Up next we have The Day of the Jackal from 1973, directed by Fred Zinnemann. Edward Fox, really good, of course, The Jackal with Bruce Willis as a remake of that film. Alright guys, moving on. Up next we have Deliverance from 1972. Fantastic film, of course, with Jon Voight and Burt Reynolds. Deluxe edition, directed by John Borman. Just a fantastic film, one of the best of the 70s. Up next we have Devil's Advocate from 1997. Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. Really good. Charlize Theron, of course, as well. Up next, same year, 1997, The Devil's Own. Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt. Good little movie. Up next, we have Dial M for Murder, Alfred Hitchcock classic from 1954 with Ray Milland, Grace Kelly, Robert Cummings. Really good movie. Up next we have The Disappearance of Alice Creed from 2010 with Gemma Arterton, Martin Compston, and Eddie Marsan. Really good actor, Eddie Marsan. Not too bad. Up next we have Dolores Claiborne from 1995 with Kathy Bates and Jennifer Jason Leigh. A film directed by Taylor Hackford. Up next we have Double Jeopardy from 1999 with Ashley Judd and Tommy Lee Jones. I always enjoy this film about a woman who gets accused of murdering her husband, but when he turns out to be alive, she of course tries to kill him because she can't be convicted for the same crime twice. Up next we have Brian De Palma's Dressed to Kill from 1980, special edition, Michael Caine, Angie Dickinson, and Nancy Allen. I also have this on the Criterion Collection. Up next we have Duel, Collector's Edition, early film by Steven Spielberg from 1971. Terrific movie about a guy being terrorized by a truck. Dennis Weaver is the lead in that. Really good film, Duel. I like that movie a lot. Up next we have Eagle Eye, 2-disc special edition from 2008. Good thriller with Shia LaBeouf, Michelle Monaghan, Billy Bob Thornton. Really nicely fast-paced movie. Up next we have Eye of the Needle from 1981, I believe, with Donald Sutherland and Kate Nelligan. Good film that. Up next we have Falling Down from 1993, starring Michael Douglas, of course, about a guy who can't take it anymore in Los Angeles. Deluxe edition, really good film that. Up next we have Alfred Hitchcock's Family Plot from 1976. I believe this was the last film he ever directed with Karen Black and Bruce Dern. Up next we have Fatal Attraction from 1987, absolute classic, of course, with Michael Douglas and Glenn Close, special collector's edition. Up next we have Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut from 1999, the last film he directed, of course, with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. I know a lot of people had problems with this film, but I love it. It's not my favorite Kubrick film, but I still think it's great. Up next, we have Fight Club from 1999, absolute classic. David Fincher, of course, Brad Pitt, and Edward Norton, Helena Bonham Carter, Meatloaf. Just a fantastic movie. I remember seeing that when it came out, opening weekend. Up next, we have The Firm from 1993 with Tom Cruise, film directed by Sidney Pollack. Up next, we have Frantic from 1988, another good thriller starring Harrison Ford, film directed by Roman Polanski. Up next, we have Frenzy from 1972, another good Alfred Hitchcock thriller, one of his last films with John Finch and Barry Foster. Yeah, good movie, this, Frenzy. Up next, we have From Hell from 2001. I really enjoyed this film with Johnny Depp and Heather Graham, of course, about Jack the Ripper. Filmed by the Hughes brothers, that's right. And last but not least, finishing off this part one, we have The Gambler on Blu-ray from 2014 with Mark Wahlberg, John Goodman. I guess that's Brie Larson as well. Yeah, good little movie, The Gambler. Alright, so that is part one of Thriller. Up next will be part two. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see you.
Bond. James Bond.